Hey y'all, it's your girl. This is Court. Welcome back to the show. You are having the pleasure of being hosted by the actress, the content creator, and now your favorite radio personality, me. Welcome back, where we discuss everything TV, movies, and life as a Black actress. How is everyone? I hope everyone had a great end of their September. I know I did. Honey, I just what was it? Was it Thursday? Thursday I had myself a whatchamacallit. Thursday I had myself a callback, which was absolutely wonderful, y'all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm so excited that I was able to have that callback. I think it's been like my third time in the room with them, which is exciting. They seem to really like me. I had a Kim read with the other actress. I think it went well. Dang. I think we hit it off really nicely. So, fingers crossed on this Kim read I had on Thursday. Just an exciting life of being an actress, waiting to see if someone likes you enough to put you in their show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about that. Waiting to hear back. Hopefully I hear back from them next week because, baby, the anxiety is high. The anxiety is up here. You hear me? These Kim reads, oh my Lord, y'all. Whenever I get into a room and it's the third or fourth time I've been in there, ooh, I'll be nervous. But I'll be excited at the same time too, because it's an exciting part of the process. They like you enough to see you a couple times. If they wasn't fucking with me, they would have shut me down the first time. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, great for having you in. We'll keep in touch, and then they never keep in touch. But this time, y'all, they liked me enough to see my face 3 times. Fingers crossed, honey. Hoping for good news. But right now, we're going to get into my watch list series. If you guys follow me on my Instagram, y'all know I do a put it on the watch list where I stick my fist up at y'all and basically verbally force y'all to put these amazing shows and movies on your watch list. And I'm bringing it to the show. So what I'm going to do is did a put it on the watch list on my show, on my page, I think Friday. And I showcased a couple of things that I was watching and excited to watch. Now I'm going to go into depth here. Now, I will not be giving away no spoilers. So, and if I do feel like I'm about to, I'm going to give y'all a little disclaimer because I want y'all to see the stuff and I don't want to give away nothing. But I'm doing a put it on the watch list, and I'm going to make sure I don't give nothing away because I want y'all to see the show and I don't want to ruin nothing for y'all. So get into it, okay? First on my list, I talked about this on my page, and I got to bring it up again today. We talking about Reasonable Doubt. Hulu original series, honey. It is good. You hear me? It's good. I'm gonna do the synopsis for it. I like to read a little synopsis. I think it's nice and sweet. That way you guys understand what the show is fully about. Reasonable Doubt. Jax Stewart is known to be the most brilliant and fearless defense attorney in Los Angeles, who bucks the justice system at every chance she gets. She's judged for her questionable ethics and wild interpretations of the law until she's needed. Listen, I love this show. I'm almost sick. I'm almost sick about the fact that they didn't release all the episodes, honey. I would have binge watched that show in a day. Oh, it is good, y'all. The lead actress, Emayatsi Cornaldi. Oh, my Lord. She is best known for her role in the Ava DuVernay's film Middle of Nowhere. She was in Miles Ahead, and she was in 2016's The Invitation. Girl, I'm in The Invitation too, but the 2022. Look at that. We're kindred spirits almost. Y'all, what a great choice. Emayatsi is absolutely phenomenal on the screen. She is powerful, honey. She is not to be toyed with, okay? The way they have her in this show, she is just this bomb-ass defense attorney. And you can tell that by how the way everybody interacts with her in the office. They really have her as the go-to defense attorney. They understand and recognize her talent. They understand and recognize how important she is to the firm, which I think, I feel like we've seen a lot of, the black woman who's the defense attorney who doesn't get recognized like she should, who everybody kind of second guesses because she's black, because she's a woman, she's not going to be as good as the boys. That is not portrayed in this at all. Every single white man in that room when she in the office is recognizing and understanding how powerful and how smart she is. I love that about the show. I feel like there's not a moment. There might be slight moments that showcase, how she has to deal with adversity when people doubt her in the space, but it's never usually the people she's working with, which I think was a great touch. Let's see. Then I think what it also brings to the show is its sexiness. Y'all, it's sexy. Okay? She has this beyond attractive and sexy husband. What's his name? McKinley Freeman. Man, oh man. You got McKinley Freeman. You got Michael Ealy. First of all, I don't know if anybody's seen it, and I'm just going to say this without giving anything away. What is going on between them? I'm giddy just thinking about it, yo. Every time they be in a scene together, ooh, as many times as I've had to pause the show and just get giddy for a second, yo, the show is good. The show is good. You ever get that secondhand, not embarrassment, but that secondhand shyness when something kind of awkward happens, but it's sexy at the same time? So you just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do that little stop. You know what I'm talking about? That's every time I do that, I gotta pause the show for a second. The show is sassy. Okay? It's sassy. And it's got like a really good cast in it. It's got Sean Patrick Thomas. It's got, I told you about Michael Ealy. It's got a good group of people in it who are just holding their own in the show. And everything down to the lighting is perfection. Everybody is lit so beautifully in the show. Everyone looks so stunning. The clothes, the shoes, the everything. They really know what they're doing. And I should have known. When I saw Kerry Washington and Larry Wilmore. Come on. Larry Wilmore has mentored, has been the catalyst for anything great Black TV and film. Well, I don't know film. I think TV writing. But Larry Wilmore is a beast. He's behind every great project. Insecure, Abbott Elementary. Now this, he's behind other things too. But these are the three that's coming to my mind right now. You know what I'm saying? These are the three things that's coming to my mind right now. Larry Wilmore and Kerry Washington. Ooh. And it's got Ramla Muhammad is she the creator and writer or just the writer? Either way, she's in it, writing and getting this shit together. And Reasonable Doubt is just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. They got Emma Yahtzee, the way they got her in here, battling it out or having her quick rebuttals with people she's talking to. I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of it. More powerful Black woman on front and center. Please and thank you. Okay? More powerful, strong, intelligent Black woman front and center. Please and thank you. I love every minute of it. The girl's powerful. And I think what I like about it too is that it's a Black show without it being overly Black. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, she has, I don't know if this sounds bad or anything, but to me, her having kind of like a cigarette vice, I liked that because I feel like it was better than her having like a weed vice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the stereotypical form of her vice would have probably been her smoking some weed, but they had her do this kind of classic. Oh, I have a nicotine addiction. It gives very like lush addiction. Unfortunately, in a way that it's not over the top. Like, I think that added that even that little touch added that, classy to it. And I hate to be that person, because I know that sounds like, weed is, predominantly black, because it's not. But, a lot of the times they pair weed with black people, and they pair the cigarette with the white person. You know what I'm saying? So having her have that little vice, I thought was cute. And I think the way she talks about her son in it is so good too, because her son be getting on my nerves. Her son is annoying. He just, oof. And the scene where she calls him that little nigga, or she calls him something with nigga. And I said, that's exactly how I think every black person would react to their child when they acting like that. You're not trying to beat them up, but this little nigga got one more time talking to me the way he talking to me. I love that. It gives it that black that we're looking for, the black that the people need, but also it elevates it at the same time. And I don't know, man. It's just, the show is perfect. I cannot wait for the rest of the episodes. I need them. Please watch Reasonable Doubt. It's on Hulu. Very good show. Please tune the fuck in. It is so good. I can't wait to see where it goes from here, because I am dying to know what her relationship is with Michael Ealy. What happened? What happened between them? Was it a fiery affair that we don't know nothing about yet? Baby, the tension between them two, y'all. Watch Reasonable Doubt. You need to. Okay. Next thing on my put it on the watch list, I got The Woman King. Baby, The Woman King was good. The Woman King, there was a dull moment in that movie. Absolutely phenomenal. The Woman King came out in theaters, I believe, a couple weeks ago. It has been doing well. Great reviews online. I'll give you guys a synopsis for the movie if you guys haven't heard about it yet. If you haven't heard about it, where have you been? But, I'll give a synopsis because I love a good synopsis. In the 1800s, a group of all-female warriors protects the African kingdom of Dahomey with skills and fierceness unlike anything the world has ever seen. Faced with a new threat, General Naniska trains the next generation of recruits to fight against a foreign enemy that's determined to destroy their way of life. Ooh, y'all, the movie's good. It is absolutely phenomenal. It is, with the star-studded cast they got, Viola Davis, John Boyega, Lashana Lynch. And let me remind you, Lashana Lynch was the first Black woman 007. Did y'all remember that? I hope y'all didn't forget about that. Miss Lashana Lynch did what needed to be done in that movie. Honey, she was kicking ass and taking names. I liked how her character was kind of like the comic relief in the movie. She was so strong, so funny, so rugged, so rough around the edges, but like the sweetheart. She's like the rough around the edges soldier, but the sweetheart at the same time. I absolutely loved her character. Her presence was so bold. Any moment they had of her in the scene, I just felt like she was just that, just that, there's always that goofy, play a little too much soldier in the group of soldiers. And I feel like she portrayed that so well. She was such a lovable character. Excellent job with Shauna Lynch. Shayla Ateem, Viola's confidant throughout the film. Viola's character's confidant throughout the film. She was beautiful. She was so statuesque, both literally and figuratively. She was the wisdom in the movie. She was the voice of reason. She was the person you come to for advice. She played that character so beautifully, and she was stunning. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody in the movie was beautiful. Everyone. Every single soldier, every single person, stunning. I was upset. I felt like the little girl in the movie. Like, I see the commercial where the little girl's looking up at the screen and her eyes were all big. Like, oh my God, look at all these people who look like just like me. Oh my God, look at all these. And they were so cool. I want to wield a sword like that. Get me a stick. and get me into the fighting room. I need to learn these moves now, y'all. So freaking good, so good. But I cannot say nothing about the true star of the movie, who was Thuso Mbedu. I'm sorry if I said her name incorrectly, but I believe that's how you say it. I looked it up, and that's how they pronounced it. But you know how sometimes you look up the pronunciation. You know how sometimes when you look at the pronunciation and they say it wrong too. So I'm just using what I heard. Thuso Mbedu. She was phenomenal. She is a South African international Emmy-nominated actress. Did y'all hear me when I said that? International Emmy-nominated. She was best known for her role in the series Isithunzi. She is a force. You hear me? A force. She was absolutely phenomenal. And she showcased pain. She showcased sadness. She showcased strength so beautifully throughout that whole movie. She was stubborn and mischievous every once in a while, but brave and loving. She understood the harm that the Dahomey were doing to its people, especially, since it was a huge thing about people not going to go see it or boycotting the Woman King because it wasn't mentioning how big of it's not an asset, how big of an influence the Dahomey tribe was on the slave trade. They had Thuso Mbedu's character mention it so often. And it was something that was reiterated throughout the entire film. So I think absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. She did such a beautiful job. She was also a team player with the group. No one was left behind on her watch. She was helping everybody who needed it. Okay. She was just I just thought she did such an amazing job. And she was, I don't know. It was just beautiful. It was just beautiful, okay? But I do understand feeling the feeling that people were having of the story being tainted, almost glorifying these women who, well, according to history, were a major part of the slave trade, which has me very, very interested in Lupita Nyong'o's documentary Warrior Woman. That came out maybe a year or two, maybe a year before this movie came out. And it was literally how Lupita, journeys across Benin, West Africa, to uncover the remarkable truth behind African female fighters, still remembered there as the Ogoji and labeled by the Europeans as Amazons. So Lupita was actually offered, I don't know if she auditioned and got it, or she was offered a role within the project and she dropped out kind of not last minute, but dropped out of the project. And I think it has everything to do with her documentary on Warrior Woman. I really, really want to see that. I heard it comes on the Smithsonian Channel soon, or is already on there. Definitely take a look at Warrior Woman. That's something that have been added to my list to watch. I didn't really hear about it until I started hearing about the Woman King. So definitely add that to the list. It's on my watch list as well. I'm throwing up a fist to myself, putting it on my watch list. Okay. Definitely something to watch. But I couldn't not watch this film, y'all. Like not only because I was intrigued to see how this character, Thuso, I was intrigued to see how she did the part because little fact, I auditioned for that role too. I auditioned for that role a long time ago. And I remember thinking, oh, this is going to be so fucking cool. And I wanted to be a part of it so bad. But honey, my audition was nothing like Thuso Mbedu. Okay? I was not going to give that character the justice that Miss Thuso did. I think I would have been able to, work my way up to that. But baby, Thuso did the damn thing. Oh my gosh. Just I am so I don't know if it's enamored, but I am so like enthralled seeing really good acting. Like I almost am so enveloped in the movie that I forget. I am just so, I can't look away. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like Thuso Mbedu is an actress that I just couldn't look away from. She did such a phenomenal job. I don't think I could have did that, and that's okay. Not every role is for you. Remember I said that in my last show? Not every role is for you, okay? So I was beyond hyped to see how well she did, because she did that. I am interested to see who the Oscar noms are going to be next year, because baby, that whole cast, especially Lashana motherfucking Lynch. Oh my Lord. I know I hyped her up already, y'all, but I just gotta say it again. Lashana killed that. Okay. Ooh, my goals by next year to be in a movie and or series, whatever Lashana's goals are, to be in a project with Lashana Lynch, to be in a project with Viola Davis, to be in a project with Shayla Ateem and Thuzo. Okay, I want to be in project with all of them, honey. Okay, I'm speaking that into existence. Universal Mind, do you hear me? Oh, okay, I put a command in. Get it brewing. Okay. So I love The Woman King. I thought it was really good, but also because I've watched The Woman King, I know I need to watch Warrior Woman by Lupita Nyong'o. I think it's going to be an important watch for everybody. I'm hoping to watch that soon as well. Next on the list of my put it on the watch list, Intergalactic. Oh my gosh. It was so good. Y'all, it was so good. Intergalactic. I read my synopsis. You know, I love a good synopsis, so I'm going to keep reading them. Ambitious artist Jabari attempts to balance success and love after he moves into his dream Manhattan apartment and falls for his next door neighbor. Y'all, Kenya Barris and Scott Mescudi, I'm bowing. I'm bowing. If you guys can see me, my hands are up and I'm bowing forward. The movie is so good. It is the perfect animation rom-comedy. It's the perfect animation rom-com. You can't tell me different. And the animation was so fucking cool. It was literally Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, but rom-com. No one got no special powers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, it was so good. It was so sweet too. And they had such a great cast of people. I mean, they had Kid Cudi, of course, Jessica Williams, Laura Herrera, Timothée Chalamet. I'm sorry if I said that name wrong, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The skinny white boy everybody loved. And Ty Dolla $ign. And the imagery was so amazing. I don't want to give nothing away, so maybe I'll throw in spoiler alert. I'm giving away a small visual imagery of Intergalactic. The way they showcased him being high on his bicycle and how he floated up into the air, and you just was in this different, he was in this different world. And I feel like that's literally how you feel when you high, especially if you got a good high. You just feel like you just floating, honey. And I feel like they described that so beautifully in the movie. I thought it was so cool. And then like they really, really got into the comic book aspect of that cartoon style, because they had moments where they had real big comic book moments where the speech literally comes to life on the screen. So like there were moments when like the music was playing and you could hear it was like the captions or the lyrics pop up within the movie. It was good, y'all. It was so good and it was so sweet. And it was a little, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it was a little sexy. Had some little sexy moments between Kid Cudi and Jessica Williams' character. You know, it was very cute, very adorable. Definitely a must watch. I felt like the way they drew this movie just catapulted you into that world. It was so cool, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. Absolutely amazing. Even I think my favorite moment too is when the first time you meet Jessica Williams' character Meadow, you see this beautiful kind of intergalactic aura that forms around her. Oh my gosh. And that's literally how it feels when you like see somebody for the first time that you're like, oh my God, who the fuck is this? Where have you been all my life? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's exactly how you feel. You see that aura around them. You see this like, I have never felt this way before. And it's the first time I'm meeting you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just so beautiful, y'all. It was just so nice. It was just so nice. I loved every minute of it. And my favorite part of the whole movie, the fact that every song was a Kid Cudi original. Kid Cudi made this soundtrack for this movie specifically, and it was, mwah, that was me chef kissing. Mwah. It was so good. You really like vibing out the whole movie because the music is perfection. I mean, Kid Cudi don't miss with the music. So like just having every song cater to each moment of the movie. Absolutely phenomenal. We need more animation like that because I am a sucker for an animation film with a bunch of Black people in it. Okay. Loved it. So freaking good. It's on Netflix, y'all. Cue it up when you get a chance. And I think it was also a cute little touch was that the voice actors actually looked like the characters in the movie. I think everybody has always wanted to be cartoonized. You know what I'm saying? They want to be turned into a cartoon. And I felt like that was just so fun. Everybody looking like their original characters a little bit. Yeah, all of them really. Like, especially Ty Dolla $ign and Jessica Williams when they had her in those locks. I mean, very, very good. I thought that was so sweet. I thought it was just a great touch for the movie. Please cue up Intergalactic. It's on Netflix and it is good. Okay. You heard it straight from here. And I never give bad movie/TV recs. And I'll put my life on that. Okay. Also, I'm throwing this in the mix. I was pleasantly surprised by this movie, but I'm throwing it in there because I did watch it recently. I queued up Lou from Netflix. Not bad. I was pleasantly surprised. I'll read the synopsis for you. A young girl is kidnapped during a powerful storm. Her mother joins forces with her mysterious neighbor to set off in pursuit of the kidnapper. The journey will test their limits and expose the dark secrets of their past. The reason why I like reading synopses is because I feel like they're just so dramatic. I feel like the synopsis of every movie, no matter what it is, has some drama in it. Like whoever writes those, please raise them. Give them a raise. They're so good. So that's why I like to read the synopsis. Anyway, I recently watched this and I thought it was really quite good. They had Allison Janney in it. Now, I know Allison Janney from a majority of her stuff. It's usually comedy. So this is a nice kind of change of pace for Allison, where she was this serious woman who was also badass as hell. She was kicking some ass in that movie. She plays I guess the landlord of her tenant, and she has to go find her child who gets kidnapped. And you know, Journey Smollett was in it, and I am a Journey fan. Journey has not missed in the action category, baby. She always brings the drama when necessary, and I can appreciate that. Journey did a really good job in it. I thought it was an intense movie. It was really good though. I definitely think people should queue it up. It's also a Netflix one. It was a really great watch. I enjoyed it. And for me, anyway, I like when I see some women kicking ass. That's like my, y'all heard me when I was talking about The Woman King. My Achilles heel for a film, a movie I'm going to watch regardless, is if I see some Black women kicking some, not Black women, women. I mean, I love when it's Black women, but women in general kicking some ass. You know what I'm saying? Sign me up. I'm front row. So Lou was really good. Really enjoyed that. That's also on Netflix. Let me go over with the ones I said because I want to make sure you guys know where to watch everything. Reasonable Doubt is on Hulu. Please watch that. It is so fucking good. And it's sexy. I said that already, but I just wanted to, give a little recap. Reasonable Doubt, really good. Cue it up when you get a chance. The Woman King is in movies and is in the movies right now, so you'll have to see it within the movie theater. If you want to wait till streaming platforms, I completely understand, baby. The tickets is high. $10 for not 10. I'm sorry, that was back in the day. Look at me reminiscing. $20 for a movie ticket is high, honey. So I understand if you want to take your time and wait for it to come onto a streaming platform. I'm here for it. I support it. What was the other one I mentioned? Intergalactic, another Netflix original, and Lou, also on Netflix. Please cue those up. They are what I've watched recently and I've loved. Please cue those up. They're really, really good. Okay, now we getting into the good stuff, y'all. Y'all know it's spooky season. October is here. Get out your pumpkin spice. Get out your pumpkins. Get out your Halloween decorations. Throw the spider webs over the bushes, honey. It's time to be spooky. Ooh, so exciting. It's also a nice reminder that fall is here. That's the one thing I miss about being on the East Coast. Fall. The leaves, the weather. Might need to grab a light jacket, maybe a light scarf if you're feeling that way. Might have to bust out the Ugg boot, Miss that. Hoping to get back to that soon, honestly. But anyway, now I'm going into my spooky season recommendations. These are movies and shows that I'm excited about that are coming out this month. And baby, it's some good stuff coming out. Okay, so let's start with the first thing. I'm mentioning this one first because I think it is absolutely necessary to do. And it is Terrifier 2. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. A major reason why I mention it is because not only did it get phenomenal reviews online, not only is it supposed to be an amazing horror, but also my girl Lauren Lavera is in it. Lauren Lavera. She's like the lead in it. And we used to do acting class together back at the Actors Lab in Philly. Oh, I'm so proud of her. She's in a really great movie. I'm hearing nothing but great things, girl. I'm so proud of you, Lauren Lavera. I cannot wait to go see it. Y'all, I heard it's fire. I don't know if anybody knows the Terrifier, the Terrifier movies, but they're usually super gory, super intense, super scary. So perfect for October. And Terrifier 2 comes out October 6th in theaters. My girl gonna be in the movie theater. Oh my God, so proud of her. So hyped. Please check out Terrifier 2. I heard it's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's scary, and I heard it is good. So cue that up for October. It is on the top of my list right now. Next on the list I have Curse of Bridge Hollow. Yes, comes out October 14th on Netflix. Let me give y'all the synopsis because, again, I love a good synopsis. A man and his daughter must team up to save their town after an ancient and mischievous spirit causes Halloween decorations to come to life and wreak havoc. Ooh, that sounds good, right? Let me get into the cast. First on the list, Marlon Wayans. I love that Marlon Wayans is getting back into the movies and TV because I like anything Wayans, to be quite honest. That whole family can continue to rock the TV and movie waves as long as they can. That's the dream, really, to have a family of actors just killing the game in entertainment. That's what I'm trying to do, honey. Create that legacy. So when I have my slew of children, because I'm going to have a bunch of them, when I have my slew of children, if they're looking for an actor, look no further. My son can do that. My daughter can do that. Go ahead and put her in there. She's going to do great. Get them in the rooms, honey. That's the goal. So I can't wait to see that. Also, it's got my baby Kelly Rowland in it. Kelly Rowland. I love when Miss Calendria gets into her acting bag, okay? So I can't wait to see her in there. And seeing Stranger Things scene stealer Pariah Ferguson has me giddy because every scene she's in Stranger Things, I love. She is good. It sounds like she's like a little grown woman in that little body. She is just so funny. And seeing her now lead in this new, is it a limited series or a movie? Let me double check. Oh, it's a movie. Seeing her now lead in this movie is going to be so cool. I love a good spooky shenanigans film. Okay. It's giving very Haunted Mansion vibes from Eddie Murphy, but a nice new twist. A family battling it out with possessed Halloween decorations. Sounds like a good-ass time to me. I'm tuning in, okay? I can't wait to see it. It comes out October 14th on Netflix. Curse of Bridge Hollow looks really, really good. Can't wait. Another thing that comes out Halloween, October 14th, I mean. Another thing that comes out October 14th, Halloween Ends. And can I just say, finally, okay? Before I get into it, let's talk about the synopsis. 4 years after her last encounter with masked killer Michael Myers, Laurie Strode is living with her granddaughter and trying to finish her memoir. Myers hasn't been seen since, and Laurie finally decides to liberate herself from rage and fear and embrace life. However, oh shoot. Oh, there we go. Sorry, y'all. However, when a young man stands accused of murdering a boy that he was babysitting, it ignites a cascade of violence and terror that forces Laurie to confront the evil she can't control. Ooh, what I tell you, love a good film synopsis. They're always so good and dramatic. But I'll just say this again. Finally, aren't we done? Hasn't it been over? How many times have we thought we've killed Michael Myers? This man is invincible. Got my poor baby Jamie Lee Curtis going through the ringer trying to get this man out of here. She's tired. Jamie wants to rest. She's in her 60s. Let Lori rest. And how old is Mike? Wasn't Mike supposed to be her older brother? You mean tell me this man is in his late 60s and 70s trying to kill his sister? Baby, give it a rest. We are tired. Go to therapy. It's time to queue up a therapy session, okay? This man is wreaking havoc in his early 70s or late 80s or late 60s, and it's time. I need somebody to put him in a straitjacket and have him drugged up and tied down. We are tired. But to be quite honest, I am gonna see it. I mean, how am I gonna go through this October without seeing Halloween Ends? Come on. Gotta see Halloween. Gotta see it end at least. If I'm gonna play it, if I'm gonna talk down about it, I'm at least see it end. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Jamie Lee will finally rest. You know, that comes out October 14th, y'all. Let me know how you feel about that. I'm excited about it because that means that we can go ahead and end the Mike Myers chapter. Okay, it's been since 1978. We can go ahead and give that series a rest, honey. I think they've used all the juice up on that. Oh, and into my next recommendation for spooky season. It's actually at the top of my list, if we're being honest. I know I said Terrifier 2 was, but this truly is at the top of my list for the spooky season. Wendell and Wild. Yes, we got ourselves a stop motion horror comedy on the way. Looks like the release date is set for October 21st. Another Netflix need to give me some coin, honey. I've only been queuing up Netflix films and movies and series. And I'm hyping them up on the show. Listen, when I get more people in these rooms to be listening to what I got to say, I'm gonna need me a sponsorship, honey. Because I've been hyping up anything Netflix on the way. Okay. Wendell and Wild, let's get into the synopsis. The two devious demon brothers, Wendell and Wild, have to face their arch enemy with the help of the nun sister Helly, who was notorious for expelling demons. However, the brothers are not only plagued by her, but also by her altar boys. Wendell and Wild, I'm super excited about. Listen, stop motion is quite literally my favorite type of animation. It is. I've liked it, I believe, since I started watching, since Chicken Run. Chicken Run is stop motion, right? Do y'all remember Chicken Run? Oh, if you don't remember Chicken Run, you are too young for this listening station. Okay? You are too young for this radio station. But Chicken Run, that's how I knew. I said, oh, stop motion is fun. I like stop motion. And I feel like there's so much work put into stop motion. I mean, but it's so cool. And I know we all know Coraline. I know y'all was obsessed with Coraline. Now you coming out with Wendell and Wild, where all the characters are majority black, brown, beautiful. Oh, that shows Tim Burton. Shoot, I thought we couldn't be. You know, I won't get into that. Tim Burton knew he was wrong for saying that, but I ain't gonna get into it. But just having the opportunity to see stop motion, my favorite animation, and seeing people who look like me, honey, excited is an understatement. Also comes out, I know I mentioned this already, but I'll just repeat, comes out on Netflix October 21st. This movie looks so fun. And the design of the lead, I am obsessed over. Siobhan with this blue hair and street style apparel. Yes. Coolest thing I've ever seen. There's also a star-studded cast with both Jordan Peele and Keegan-Michael Key in it. They got Angela Bassett, y'all. They got Ving Rhames in it. Gabrielle Dennis. Listen, sign me up. I feel like I need to get myself I need to have a little watch party. I need to get myself a projector and have that plastered up on my wall so that we ready. We got to get ready for this. This movie is going to be so good. I cannot wait. I'm hoping to see way more stop motion animation with people who look like me. Okay? Sign me up because we're going to tune in. It looks scary. It's giving a little Coraline, if we're being honest, but different. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be so good. Wendell and Wild, I believe it was creator Jordan Peele. He'll also be starring in it with his, with his partner in crime, Mr. Keegan-Michael Key. I cannot wait. Check it out. This is going to be a great addition to your spooky season watch list. October 21st, Netflix. I'll see y'all there. Another one that I'm excited to see that I've only heard a little bit about, but I heard did really good at Sundance is called Run, Sweetheart, Run. It's got Ella Balinska in it, and she stars as a single mother named Sherry who goes on a blind date with a man named Ethan that goes sour. Sherry must escape the date through the streets of Los Angeles on foot. The movie will be available on Amazon Prime. I feel like Ella Balinska is in her horror bag now because she was originally in Resident Evil, right? She's in that series on Netflix, again with the Netflix recommendations. Listen, let me go ahead and talk to my manager. I need to get a piece of that pie, honey, okay? Ella Balinska is now in this new movie. I heard it did really good at Sundance. I mean, it's not even out for all of us to see yet. It's got a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's got to mean something, right? That's got to mean something. So I cannot wait to see that come on. It looks pretty scary. Not gonna lie, I was looking it up for a little while, and it looks pretty good. It looks good. It's definitely in my watch list queue. I'm excited for it. And I can't wait to see that as well. That's a good one. And I'm going to knock on the classic for this next one. I don't know if everybody's into it, but I know I'm super excited to watch Hocus Pocus 2. Because I know the Hocus Pocus fandom is going to be obsessed with this new Hocus Pocus. They got everybody. They got the original ladies in it. It's on Disney, and I know we excited for it. Hocus Pocus 2. Where are my Hocus Pocus 2 people? Where are my Hocus Pocus people? I know y'all excited. I know people was asking. Every time Halloween comes around, people are like, "Oh, it's time. Let me cue up my Hocus Pocus." Y'all always talk about it. So let me do the synopsis for y'all, because y'all know I love a synopsis. Okay, 3 young women accidentally bring back the Sanderson sisters to modern day Salem and must figure out how to stop the child-hungry witches from wreaking havoc on the world. Yes, they back. I'm so excited they brought back a classic. I think that's so, I love it. I love when they bring back classics in the best way, because I know my girl has seen it and she said it's really, really good. I have added it to my watch list. I know I should have seen it already, y'all, but I have added it to my watch list, and I will be sure to give y'all my review in the upcoming week. Okay. Very excited about Hocus Pocus 2. Congratulations. Bringing back the phenomenal actresses, Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, Kathy Najimy. I like when they keep the originals. Okay. It's important. We needed it. So I'm excited about that too. And that's my watch list for right now. I know that more movies are coming along the way. I just didn't want to overwhelm y'all with a list. These are the lists. These are the movies that I'm super excited about right now. I'll go through them once again just to make sure y'all know where to look for them and how and when they come out. We got Curse of Bridge Hollow, October 14th on Netflix. We got Halloween Ends in movies, October 14th. Terrifier 2, also going to be in the movies, October 6th. We got Wendell and Wild, October 21st, Netflix. We got Run, Sweetheart, Run, Amazon Prime, comes out October 28th. And we got Hocus Pocus 2, that is on Disney Plus, that is already out. So you can go ahead and cue that up right after this. Okay? Definitely must watches for the spooky season. I'll be sure to bring on some more spooky season recs as the month continues. All right? I want to throw in an actor's tip, because I always like to throw in an actor's tip near the end of the show. And I think it's super important. And it is to find your people. I feel like I've mentioned this before, and I know that it's something that people are like, oh, you have to find your people. I know that it's easy, but it's also easier said than done. Like when I first moved here, I had met a lot of people. And a lot of them were great. And I went out with a bunch of them and things were going smooth. But it wasn't until I found the people I was supposed to be with that I knew those other people were distractions. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, as an actor, this industry can be very daunting. It can be very scary. It can be very like, oh, this is a really big world that I don't really know anything about yet. I only know, you only know what you see on TV. You only know what you see like the little, the interviews and stuff. Like, oh, I know a little bit about it, but you don't really know what this industry is like. You don't really know the secrets that never get out. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know how these people find their ways into this industry. And a lot of people find their way into this industry in a lot of sinister ways. You really got to be careful. And I think what I realized as I was, finding my people is that I had to stop talking to a lot of people too who weren't here for me. They were here for the possibility of me getting on to where I wanted to be. Like there will literally be people who latch on to you and are literally waiting for you to get to the place where they know you're getting. They'll latch on to you. Now, I don't want you to confuse people who have been there for you for a while, and then when you get on, they're still there. I don't want you to confuse that. I want you to think about the people who you've told recently that, oh, I'm going to be an actress and I'm working on these projects and it's going to be great. And I'm not really on yet, but I'm getting there. And they latch on immediately like, oh my God, girl, we need to go out. We need to do this. We need to do that. Da, 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 da. Oh my God, that's so cool. That's so great. Let's go out. Let's hang out. Let's do all these different things. Though some of those times those people are good. A majority of the time, honey, they trying to get something off you. They trying to get something off of you. And it's scary because there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot more people like that than good. And I feel like, I be maneuvering in a mindset where like, I give people the benefit of the doubt. I try to give as many people as I can the benefit of the doubt because you never know what people going through. You never know what people be around. You never know how people, are. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe if they see the good in me, they'll be good to me. Baby, that ain't true. That is not how that shit works. And I'm learning that as I go along. I'm learning that now. I feel like I have narrowed down a good group of people. I have found some really great people, really great new people in my life. And I still have some really great people from previously in my life. Shout out to my girls in Delaware. Shout out to my girls in California and now in New York. I feel like creating a core group of people that not only motivate you, but support you and are there for you in times where you're just not feeling like your best self is so key while being in this industry. And you also got to make sure you find people who don't, penalize you for not reaching out as often. I know we talked about this in my last show where I said, like, how do you maintain your work, your friendships and your family life while you're being an actress? It's difficult. But again, when you find your people, it's easy because they understand that you work hard. They understand that you're not going to always be available the way you want to be. And they understand that, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that you have that you like them or don't want to talk to them any more, any less. They understand that you are a busy person, and having those people in your life that understand that, and you finding those people too, that's truly key. And it's hard. It's definitely difficult. I have interacted with people. I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely going to be a good friend in my life. And then you start to see things like either you're out with other people or you start to see things, even on your own time. Like, I'm not sure I like the way she talked to me, or I'm not sure I don't like her viewpoint on that. Or why does she ask me that specific question? Why does she keep prying me for information about stuff I know I'm not supposed to talk about? You know what I'm saying? You will see people's true colors sooner rather than later. You just have to be in tune with that and understand you are not going to make no sacrifices when it comes to your relationships. You should not be making any sacrifices. Anytime you feel like you have to sacrifice like your personality or your bluntness or who just you are as an individual, what you won't tolerate. Anytime you find yourself, sacrificing that in order to maintain the relationship, let it go. Let it go. Not your people. And that's okay. Because you'll understand when you find your people, you'll see how that relationship accrues. You'll see how they help you in ways and feed you in ways that feed you spiritually and emotionally. you are going to find those people, and it might take some time, but you have to understand why, when you're looking for people, when you are finding your people, you have to make sure you are not compromising yourself. That is just so key. That is so key. Because as soon as you even slightly feel like it, it's wrong. It's wrong. You're not supposed to be in it. And that's just what it is. Okay? That's my actor's tip for the evening. Guys, I think this is a good show. Please reach out to me on Instagram about what you guys want to hear from me. I'm going to do spooky season recommendations all month, so be on the lookout for that. But if you guys have any specific questions for me, that you feel like I need to be answering on this show, because I am talking about life as a Black actress, life as a me, you know what I'm saying? Please reach out to me, because I definitely want to make sure I cover those topics. I think they're important. And I feel like getting it from my perspective is going to super help you guys, grow. And especially if you're trying to be in this industry, because, honey, this is a difficult industry to be in. But it's totally worth it when you do it the right way and you do it on your time. When you do it on with your boundaries still intact, So, yeah. Spooky season and watch list Rex today. That was so fun. I'm so glad you guys made it in. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please follow the page. Please follow this radio show. Follow my Instagram. This is Courtney Taylor. Follow my TikTok. This is Courtney Taylor. I do a lot of comedy sketches and, candid live videos of me just chatting and talking my shit. Do a lot of that. I do a lot of skits involving my mother where I just pretend to be my mom and talk like her. People seem to like those a lot. But yeah, get into it. Follow me. Get to know me. I am planning on being in much more projects. I told y'all in the beginning of the show, there wasn't a lot of people here in the beginning of the show, but I'll reiterate again. I just had an amazing Kim read the other day. I'm hoping to hear good news. I'm speaking it into existence. The project is mine. Well, whatever's mine is supposed to be mine. Remember I told y'all about that last time. Whatever is mine is coming to me. The Kimry was really good. It was like the third time they had seen me. I'm hearing rave reviews from the casting director, the producer, the writer. So we'll see. The network is kind of like the end all be all, because everyone can love you, but if the network don't, then the network don't. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. And it's so funny because I was in the room, right? And I'm doing my scene with the girl I'm reading with. And there's a moment, because it was on Zoom and they're recording it via Zoom. So there's a moment where I finished the scene, like, okay, we just want to see it another way, if you don't mind. Like, we just want to see a different take on the character. And while they're giving me notes to do it again, another person in the room goes, actually, Courtney, can we put you back in the waiting room really quick? Like, we just need to put you back in the waiting room. Sorry. And they put me back in the waiting room. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. Me not thinking much of it, but I was getting a little nervous at the same time. So I'll wait. It takes about like 10 minutes. They're messaging me and they're like, oh, we'll be back with you in a couple minutes. Sorry, but just wait on us. We'll be with you in a moment. Me, I'm starting to get nervous, but now I'm sweating. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Like, what's happening? So they finally put me back in the room. They're giving me all these apologies. Like, oh my God, we're so sorry, Courtney. Thank you for being so patient. It was the issue with the recording and it wasn't recording originally. Now we got it. And we're sorry about that. I said, okay, no problem. So then the one guy in the room goes, we didn't want you to be nervous while you were waiting in the waiting room. Like, what are they doing now? And I was like, yeah, no big deal. And I pretended to wipe the sweat from my brow, and they started cracking up. But like, it was just funny because I was actually stressing, but I maintained myself in the room and pretend like, oh, it was no big deal. I understand, technical issues. No big deal. So yeah, but it was a good time. I love when I have a really good audition. Well, basically it's an interview, y'all. It's an interview for your next job. But I love when I have a really good audition because that lets me know that even if I don't get it, which I don't think is going to happen, which will not happen. There we go. Which will not happen because the project is mine. I love this project. It's so cool. I love when I have a really good audition though, because I feel like that I'm building relationships with those people. Like I just built a great relationship with the casting director of this network. I built a great relationship with the writers and the creators. I built a great relationship with, people who are now seeing me like, oh, bring her back in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's good. She's funny. Da, 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 da. Building that relationship is so key. Like, no matter what the outcome is, the fact that I build those relationships are so good because what happened? Okay, so the casting director for which one was it? This other project that I did, because I don't think I can tell you guys what it is yet. This casting director for this other project that I did gave me rave reviews for another project that I did, Out of My Mind for Disney Plus. So the fact that I created that great relationship with that casting director for this other project that I did and filmed already got me my next project. That stuff is so key, y'all. That stuff is so key. Like, no matter what happens, if you are in those rooms and people are talking about you and you get a call back, I don't care if it's 2 callbacks, I don't care if it's 5 callbacks, I don't care if it's 1 callback. Just the fact that they like you enough to see you again is so important. So important. You've created a relationship. You've entered into a room, and now you're most likely being talked about in rooms you have not entered yet. And that is kind of like what you need to focus on while you're in this industry. Understanding that the goal is to create a good impression. Create a good impression no matter what room you're in. Okay? Key. So fingers crossed, y'all. Pray for me. I'm hoping I get this. It'll be a great addition to my list of projects that I've already done. But it'll be a great addition because I think this project is so cool. Oh, gosh. It's going to be fire. But anyway, that's my show. That's my show for the evening, guys. Please tune in next week. We're going to get into some more spooky season recommendations. I'm going to talk about anything I've been watching recently yet again. I have my little actor tips at the end per usual. Get to know me, y'all. Get to know me. It's going to be a great show that I'm creating here. All right, y'all. This has been fun. Once again, follow me on all my social platforms. This is Courtney Taylor on Instagram. This is Courtney Taylor on TikTok. This is Courtney T on Twitter if you want to see me talk my shit on there as well. And follow my YouTube channel. This recording will end up being on my YouTube channel maybe Thursday or Friday of next week. I'm going to make sure I post that for you guys. That way, if you guys want to come back and listen to my recommendations again, feel free to do so. Okay? All right, guys, this has been great. Talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in.